going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. I seen this news yesterday, and y'all been sending me this story unmasked to see my reaction, or I guess my opinion on this goofy stuff. And I ain't gonna disappoint. Soon as I seen this, I was like, yeah, I got to get him. I gotta get him on this. See this chick you see up here getting put in the police car? This is Morgan Geyser, 23 years old now. If you guys remember, back in 2014, right? Which is what, 9 years ago? This girl and another girl lured a boy to I think it was a park. And they stabbed this dude multiple times. I mean, stabbed him up. All because they wanted to be servants of the Slenderman character, the mythical character that was out, the fictional character, Slenderman, back in the day that they was like making it like an urban myth. These two girls wanted to be servants of this urban legend. So much so that they wanted to make a blood sacrifice by stabbing up a fellow student. Either way, Miss Geyser was sentenced to 40 years in a mental facility. And just like the justice system and the rest of this bullshit, it didn't happen that way. She was in a group home in a residential area around other houses. And she escaped. Cut her ankle monitor off and flew the coop, only to be caught little more than 24 hours later. And now she did this in Wisconsin, right? She was found in Illinois at a truck stop late last night. This is the picture of her and the person she was found with. That's a man. Now, I don't know how they met each other, but she was with this person and they both locked up. But the internet, man, make people stupid. This is further proof of it. Take a look at this and I'm going to come back with the commentary. Let's get it.
We have some breaking news from overnight. A woman accused and convicted in the Slenderman stabbing from back in 2014 has been captured after a nationwide manhunt. I do want to refer you to this, a social media post first from the New York Post, in which they say that Slenderman stabber Morgan Geyser captured following that nationwide manhunt. And there they do include some photos of Geyser. I also have some video from back when this suspect was first convicted. Reading here some of the reporting courtesy of our partners at Fox 32 in Chicago. It says this: a Wisconsin woman who admitted to nearly stabbing a classmate to death at age 12 to please the online horror character Slenderman has been found in Illinois after she cut off an electronic monitoring device and left a group home. That's according to authorities. What we know is that Madison police issued that alert Sunday for Morgan Geyser, who is now 23 years old, saying she was last seen around 8 p.m. Saturday with an adult acquaintance. Going out to this, a social media post from Fox 6 News. So the department, they issued that update late Sunday that Geyser was taken into custody in Illinois. She was found at a truck stop in Posen, Illinois. The Posen Police Department confirmed early Monday. Posen is about 25 miles south of Chicago, and the community is about 170 miles south of Madison. Geyser was found with a 42-year-old man who was charged with criminal trespassing and obstructing identification. Posen police confirmed. He has since been released from custody. Geyser was placed in a group home this year after being granted conditional release from the Winnebago Mental Health Institute. She was sent to the Psychiatric Institute in 2018 after pleading guilty to attempted first-degree intentional homicide in a deal with prosecutors to avoid prison. That stabbing occurred back in 2014. Geyser's attorney, Tony Cotton, said Sunday that he did not know what happened with his client and urged Geyser to turn herself in. The Madison Police Department said Sunday that it was not made aware that Geyser was missing until nearly 12 hours after she left the group home. The State Department of Corrections received an alert Saturday night that Geyser's ankle monitor had been malfunctioned. The department contacted the group home where she lived about 2 hours later and was told she was not there and had removed the bracelet. The Department of Corrections issued an apprehension request just after midnight. The police department said it did not learn Geyser was missing until someone from the group home called the next morning. The Corrections Department did not immediately respond to an email seeking comment. A little bit more of this backstory, though. Authorities say that Geyser and her friend, Anissa Wire, also 12 at the time when this occurred, lured their classmate Peyton Lautner to a suburban Milwaukee park after a sleepover. Geyser stabbed Lautner more than a dozen times while Wire egged her on. Lautner barely survived. The girls later told investigators that they attacked Lautner to earn the right to be Slenderman's servants, and they feared he'd harm their families if they didn't follow through. Slenderman was created online by Eric Knudsen in 2009 as a mysterious figure, photo edited into everyday images of children at play. He grew into a popular boogeyman, appearing in video games, online stories, and a 2018 movie. Wire pleaded guilty to attempted second-degree intentional homicide, and she was also sent to the psychiatric center and granted release in 2021.
We are hearing from police for the first time since Morgan Geyser escaped a group home in Madison.
Geyser, one of the women convicted in the 2014 Slenderman stabbing. She was arrested last night at a truck stop in a Chicago South Side suburb. This is a case that got national attention. Geyser stabbed her classmate Peyton Lautner 19 times at David's Park in Waukesha back in 2014. She was originally sentenced to 40 years in a mental health institution. Geyser filed a number of petitions for release, and a Waukesha County Circuit judge allowed for it earlier this year. Well, yesterday, her Milwaukee area attorney pleaded for Geyser to turn herself in. And today, we're learning she lied to police about her identity.
CBS 58's Catherine Merck joins us live from the group home in Madison after asking police about the search. Catherine.
Bill and Amanda, I'm outside Yo-Yo Quality Care on Madison's west side. This is the adult home where Morgan Geyser was last seen before she removed her ankle monitor and escaped. She was arrested in Illinois last night. According to the latest updates from the Posen, Illinois Police Department, Geyser was found with a man who later revealed she wanted to be referred to as a woman behind the building of a Thornton's truck stop in the South Chicago suburb. Police say Geyser initially refused to give her name and said she didn't want to tell officers who she was because she had, quote, done something real bad, and said to, quote, just Google her name. Police arrested the both of them. According to the Madison Police Department, it took nearly 10 hours for the department to be notified about this situation. It took 2 hours from when Geyser's GPS monitor malfunctioned for the Department of Corrections to get in contact with the group home in Madison. I asked the police chief here in Madison about this timeline. Did you feel as though that there was too much time going on there for her to
Well, again, I mean, the time was not ideal, but we'll take a look at it. We'll work with DOC to figure out how do we improve on the next go around. But the important thing is, I think, is we were collaborating well when the time came. But, you know, the timing could certainly get better on the next one.
We've learned in the last hour that Geyser is expected to appear in Cook County Court tomorrow. As for the other individual who Geyser was with, that person has been charged with obstruction. In the latest report from the Posen police chief, he told us that the two were traveling on a bus from this spot in Madison over to Posen, Illinois. Bill and Amanda, this is a updating situation hour by hour. We'll continue to bring you the latest on air and online. We'll send it back to you.
A lot of twists and turns in this one. Catherine, thank you for your hard work to get us this info.
All right. There it is. You seen it. This woman busted with this dude that looked like a woman. No offense, I thought that was JLR for a second when I saw it. Shout out to JLR. But anyway, listen. Said last year she was granted conditional release from the Winnebago Mental Health Institute. Said Miss Geyser was went missing after she cut off her Department of Corrections monitoring bracelet and left the group home on Saturday night. Now, she need to go to prison. She already had a break. But then again, when you get arrested and they send you somewhere, if the road's not hard enough, You don't learn anything. She stabbed the boy up multiple times in the teens. I think he said 19 times. Stabbed him up. All over a mythical, fictional character named Slenderman. Make that make sense. Now, granted, I think she was like 12 when she did this. But just think about it. A 12-year-old has the audacity in their head to see something that they know ain't real, believe it, and then want to be a part of it. You running around with knives, you and your dumbass fucktard friend. Slender man, how can we serve thee? Yeah, well, don't matter now. I know how you can serve the public by being in the fucking bottom of the ocean or straight to the sandbox, buried in it, permanently. You know what they'll do? Because they deem her as crazy, they're going to do her like Ed Kemper. Remember serial killer Ed Kemper? And put him back in that place for a while. Then they'll get older. She's 23 now, so they won't act stupid in there. And they'll go in front of a board to see if they're cured because they're trying to rehabilitate her. You can't really rehabilitate social retardation. You can't rehabilitate that. You can't. But here we are. Break after break after break. These people do this stuff and then they get it back out in society and do something. And the thing is this, I don't know the situation between her and this person, but this motherfucker right here, I wouldn't have nobody around him, let alone a woman or a kid. Hell, for all we know, this motherfucker might be a fan of her. And they've been writing and all this other stuff because I'm going to see how this person wound up being this person. Because they said they was at a bus stop, a truck stop where a bus stop. So they was traveling by bus going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be surprising to me if this motherfucking man up here that look crazy was pen paling her. They got talking. He's a predator, a weirdo. Lured her out of that place. I can get you asylum. Nobody ever find you. You can this, you can that. And he might be a killer himself. Either way, man, this shit is stupid. It's stupid, but it shows you the dangers of the internet and its enticement to people of weak mind. And it's a lot of them out there. Hell, they trying to make everybody stupid off of the internet now. You see all that different AI shit they trying to combat? All these different videos, you can't even tell if they real or fake now. That's because the AI generation is that good. Thus making it that dangerous. That much more dangerous and that much more enticing to younger minds that aren't developed and don't understand the reality of things. There are a lot of people out here, ladies and gentlemen, that see the internet and believe everything they see is real. Because they saw it with their eyes. But then again, man, this girl followed a character that's fictional, and then in her head and her friend's head, they made it a reality and wanted to be a part of the bullshit. Let me tell you something. There's a any of you military buffs out there, there's a Netflix documentary on Marines. When I watched that, you seen two reasons why they would ask these kids, because they were just doing a documentary about the Marines out there in Japan, a Japanese base. They said, what made you want to be a Marine? You get one or two answers. Generational, is passed down from generation. They want to be a part of tradition, and their grandfather, their father, now they following into that. Or you get the other answer of this. I want to be a killer. I want to be a badass. I watch TV. I watch the movies, action movies, and I thought it was badass with the machine gun. I want to kill. That's the main premise. Either it's a tradition, following the footsteps behind somebody else, or you want to be a killer. That is crazy as hell. That is crazy as hell. Go look at it. They asked each one of them, hey, and then like the older ones that are in there, that have seen combat or they have been a part of it, and then they look back and they say, you know what? War is not good, and we don't want war. War is something you don't wish for, but the younger ones coming in the air is, yeah. Shit is crazy, man. It's crazy. Violence in this country is big business. People profit from it. And a lot of people get sucked into it and believe it makes them greater than what they are. There are a lot of people out here that feel small in life, whether they're bullied when they're young or they feel insignificant in their footprint on this planet. But I will tell you this, shedding blood and proving that you can take a life regardless of what it is not the way. And it don't make you a man. It make you an animal in most cases. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. This chick should not be anywhere where she can walk freely and be around other people. They had her in the group home. I would love to see the mental health records that made them decide to put her in a residential group home on a block with other people. I'm more than sure she got internet access. I'm more than sure she's around knives. And I'm more than sure she can look up Slenderman and worship him in her dreams still. Fuck that. See you in the next video. Take care. I'm out.